The drama surrounding Shedeur Sanders has reached a point where the contrast alone tells the story. In Cleveland, the conversation revolves around fines, discipline, and control. In London, the doors are opening to private suites, billionaire circles, and owner-level conversations. That difference isn't accidental. It's a signal. While parts of the NFL are still arguing about draft position, depth charts, and rookie reps, the real game is unfolding thousands of miles away in spaces most young quarterbacks never even see, let alone enter as equals. What shocked people wasn't just that Shedeur Sanders attended a Premier League match. It was where he sat. He wasn't in a regular seat. He wasn't tucked away with other guests. He was standing inside the owner's box at Chelsea FC, shoulder to shoulder with Todd Boehly, one of the most powerful figures in global sports ownership. This is the same billionaire who owns the Los Angeles Dodgers and signed Shohei Ohtani to a historic $700 million deal. That kind of access is not random. Billionaires don't offer proximity without purpose. And according to insiders, the conversation unfolding in that suite had nothing to do with soccer tactics. It was about influence, branding, and how modern athletes are supposed to move in a global market. That's where the power shift becomes impossible to ignore. Most rookie quarterbacks are grinding film, hoping their franchise believes in them long enough to get a real opportunity. Shedeur Sanders is building relationships with owners who control entire sports empires. While some organizations still view him as an asset to manage, global power players are treating him like a long-term investment. That difference in perception changes everything. It shifts leverage. It shifts expectations. And it changes the trajectory of an entire career before it even officially begins. This moment didn't come out of nowhere. Just weeks earlier, Shedeur was in Paris making noise in the luxury fashion world, stepping into nine-figure brand territory that instantly altered how front offices view his independence. Now he's in London, inside one of the most prestigious clubs in world sports, not as a fan, but as a guest of ownership. That isn't a vacation tour. It's positioning. And what makes it even more powerful is how quiet it's being handled. No flashy press conferences. No loud announcements. Just calculated appearances that send one clear message. Shedeur Sanders isn't waiting for permission from the NFL to build his future. He's already building it. This is why the story matters more than people realize. This isn't about one soccer game, one VIP seat, or one viral photo. It's about a young quarterback stepping into rooms that were never designed for rookies and being treated like he belongs there. But the surface only scratches the truth, because the real reason Todd Boehly is paying attention opens a much deeper conversation about where professional sports are headed. Billionaires don't move on vibes. They move on leverage. And what Boehly sees in Shedeur Sanders isn't just arm talent. It's influence. Real influence. The kind that moves audiences, sells brands, and reshapes markets. Boehly has been aggressively expanding his global footprint through sports, media, and real estate. He understands something many NFL executives are still catching up to. The next generation of athletes isn't just playing games. They're building ecosystems. And Shedeur fits that blueprint perfectly. Shedeur doesn't just attract football fans. He brings culture, fashion, social media traffic, and global attention. When he enters a stadium, cameras follow. When he posts, engagement spikes. That isn't accidental. That's market power. For owners looking to expand American sports brands overseas, that kind of influence is priceless. Insiders have even pointed to Boehly's quiet activity around major London sports hubs as evidence of long-term international ambitions. Against that backdrop, Shedeur's presence in London doesn't feel random at all. It feels timed. The NFL has made no secret of its desire to grow internationally. London games, global broadcasts, expansion conversations. But what the league struggles with is creating American stars who translate culturally overseas. Shedeur already does. And that's why this moment feels different. While traditional teams argue over depth charts and draft boards, global power players are studying Shedeur as a bridge between markets, football and fashion, America and Europe, sports and lifestyle branding. That combination is rare, especially for someone who hasn't taken a full NFL snap yet. Most young quarterbacks enter the league hoping to be chosen. Shedeur is being evaluated as a partner. That distinction changes everything. Financial independence changes negotiation. Cultural relevance changes leverage. Global visibility changes how quickly doors open. And that reality is making some NFL front offices uncomfortable because they're realizing this isn't just about drafting a quarterback anymore. It's about competing with a brand that already exists. The real shift started in Paris. Before London. Before Chelsea. Before Billionaire suites. While analysts debated mechanics and draft stock, Shedeur and his team were positioning him inside luxury fashion circles that don't invest in athletes for stats, but for image, culture, and longevity. Once you cross into nine-figure territory before your rookie contract even exists, the power structure flips. Most prospects enter financially dependent on their first deal. That creates pressure. That creates silence. Shedeur doesn't have that problem. With global exposure already secured, he doesn't need to rush into bad situations or accept unfavorable terms just to survive. That independence is rare, and it's uncomfortable for a league built on control. When executives evaluate Shedeur now, they aren't just drafting a quarterback. They're inheriting international media attention, brand partnerships, and cultural expectations. That affects locker rooms, marketing strategies, and ownership conversations. And that's why whispers started circulating almost immediately. Not because of performance, but because of leverage. People don't speculate like this about ordinary prospects. They only do it when someone starts operating outside the system. What makes this even more striking is how calm Shedeur has remained throughout it all. No loud power plays. No public demands. Just discipline, consistency, and long-term thinking. Now that London has entered the picture, the scope has expanded. This is no longer about endorsements or fashion alone. It's about global positioning. And that leads to the uncomfortable question the league doesn't want to answer yet. What happens when a rookie quarterback already operates like an international mogul before he ever steps onto the field? That's the real tension. Shedeur Sanders isn't dangerous because of talent alone. He's dangerous because he doesn't need permission. The traditional formula relies on control, dependence, and silence early in a player's career. That formula breaks when a player enters with global partnerships, financial independence, and access to billionaire rooms most veterans never see. You can't intimidate someone who already understands the business side. You can't box in someone who operates beyond one lane. This isn't a threat to the league. It's an evolution. Younger athletes are watching closely. They're seeing what happens when you build leverage early, control your narrative, and treat the league as one chapter of a larger empire instead of the final destination. Once that mindset spreads, it can't be reversed. Which leads to the real question. When Shedeur Sanders finally steps onto an NFL field, will the league try to mold him into the system, or will the system be forced to adapt to him? Because what's happening right now isn't hype. It isn't coincidence. It's a blueprint. While others focus on rookie contracts and depth charts, Shedeur is studying ownership rooms, international markets, and brand ecosystems. One path plays for checks. The other builds infrastructure. So now it's your turn.